Hello everyone and welcome back to the Carcode channel. My name's Sam and if you're new here make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the all new Volkswagen Taigo. The Taigo sits between the Volkswagen T-Cross and the Volkswagen T-Roc. As you can see it does resemble the Polo quite a bit and that's because it's based on the same platform that the Polo and the T-Cross is based on. It's got the same design lines. Now when I first saw this I thought it does look very like a Polo because of these lines, but it is quite a different car because of this back section. Volkswagen's been a lot more creative with this car than they have with the T-Cross, which I think is a bit bland, and I think they've improved on a lot of things with this car. So let's talk about the exterior of the brand new Taigo. This is the R-Line range topping model. So your range starts off with the Life, which starts at £23,155. All these prices are accurate of the April price rise. Everything risen by about 3% after April. The Life is pretty basic, but you still get a lot of kit on it. So you get your blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, digital dash. There's lots of things you get on it. It's an R-Line model here starting at £27,565. The outside looks pretty different on the R-Line. You do have this R-Line body kit. So you've got your R-Line badge in there. So you have Life, Style and R-Line. Style is the plusher model with your bigger alloy wheels, navigation, comfier seating, etc. R-Line is that but sporty. These will keep their value a lot better than the Life as you'd expect, and you do get a lot of upgrades inside and outside, which I'll move on to later. The model I'd go for is the Style model, which costs £26,665, but I'd have to add the upgrade interior, which is Art Velours, which is £605 option, and then I'd also add the driver profile select, which is £290. That makes the Style model £5 cheaper than the R-Line. So it just depends, would you like this R-Line body kit for £5? I don't really know. I think I do still like the look of the Style more, but it does seem a bit of a bargain for £5 extra to get a whole different look on the car. Just a little bit different, a bit more sportier. This car here has an optional 18-inch Misano alloy wheels, and they are a bi-tone alloy and they look really nice. They're the top size they do. They start from 16 inches with the Everett alloy wheel, go to the 17 with the Aberdeen alloy wheel and the Valencia, and then this is the 18-inch Misano. R-Line comes with Valencia anthracite alloy wheels as standard. I'm really not a fan of these alloy wheels. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Surprisingly, I thought the ride on this is really comfortable for having such a low profile tyre and such a big wheel. That it really does feel like a smooth ride on this car. Obviously smaller wheels will be even smoother as well. So I think the wheel options on the Taigo are really great. As standard on the Taigo, you get these LED headlamps and this LED fog lamp as well. It's really nice to see that they've done this, and you've also got this lovely signature on the Taigo on the light. It is just got that sporty look, and you do see it at the front as more of a unique car to others. It's got its own sort of statement look. I really like that Volkswagen have done this, and they've obviously paid a lot of attention to the front and the back of this car. The sides are very Polo-esque, T-Cross. They couldn't really help that, I guess, because of the platform, but they've really made up with it with the front end and back end design of this car. Now the back end of this car is really where you can tell that it's a coupe SUV. You've got that more swoopier, coupe looking SUV look. You've still got that Golf shape there as well, so it's quite nice. Then you've got this amazing light bar, standard on all models, from the Life all the way up to R-Line. All the lights are the same, and I think it's nice. It's not like they've made the base models look like really not great and the high models look amazing. I think all trims look really good on the Taigo, especially outside anyway. We'll move on to the interior later. This light bar lights up all the way along here, but the T-Cross has this middle section here, but it doesn't light up. It's just simply a reflector. I think everyone thought it was a light bar, but it's not. They've took on this advice and made this whole back of this car a lovely light bar. That makes the car look a lot wider, and it gives that sort of sportier stance. Does add to the coupe SUV look, and I think it looks really modern, especially with this sort of pinkish tint light. You don't really see that. It's very unique with the black and the pink, and it looks really great, really cool looking. Let's have a look at the interior of the all-new Taigo. This is the interior of the R-Line, and I think it's so nice. You don't have a dark headlining, that's fine when you've got this panoramic sunroof. I love this option. £875 option. Sounds like a lot, it's a lot of money, and all these options add up, don't they? But I think it's a great option, and I'd definitely go for it if I did go for the R-Line, just because of the dark headlining. What's really nice about this is you can get this sunroof on any of the models. You can get it on Lifestyle or R-Line, all the same price. That's great. Better than some rivals like the Toyota Yaris Cross, where you have to be on the very top of the range models to even have it as an option. Madness. Or on the Nissan Juke, where no trim level has it as an option. You can't have a sunroof on a Nissan Juke at all. So having this is so nice. You get that convertible feel without that convertible price. Lots of adjustability in the seating, height, reach, the steering wheel, reach and rake. It's made for loads of drivers basically, and that's really good, especially based on the Polo platform. A 6-foot driver could easily be comfortable in this car. Digital dials, this is the 10.25 inch, that is on Style and above. On your Life you get an 8-inch screen as standard. That doesn't make any difference when you're looking at that. This screen is a Discover Nav screen. I've got the same on my SE Nav Golf. I think it's a shame that you've got to step up to the Style model to get this, or if you are on the Life model, it's nearly £1,000 option. It's a lot of money. So you do have Apple CarPlay standard on all models, so that's obviously really great because you can just put your phone on and put the navigation on that. Personally, I actually prefer Volkswagen's navigation system, so that is a bit of a shame for me. £310 for heated seats. It's not too bad price, and I would definitely go for them. Some things that stick out from the Polo that are a bit of a disappointment. This armrest, so standard on all cars, so lovely to have an armrest, right? If I move to my seat position, which would be here, I thought this was broken at first, but they're all like this. They don't adjust for height at all. So not like on the Golf or T-Roc where you can place it up, and then it gets in the way of the handbrake and the cup holders, and it's just all a bit complicated and a bit annoying, to be fair. These seats are the comfiest seats I've ever sat in, I think. On the Style, to get something similar to this, it's a £605 option, or that you get them on the R-Line as standard. This R-Line starts from £27,565. It's a lot of money. So I think a lot of people will be waiting for these to come down in value a bit in the used market. I think they're going to hold the value a lot better than the T-Cross though, but that car is holding its value really good. We'll just have to see how the used car market goes, but I'd say if you've got a car that you can trade in at the moment, get more equity for it, and you're in a position to buy a Taigo, you've seen one that you like, that you can afford, go for it. You are in a really good position at the moment to buy a brand new car, especially as cars are holding their value so well now and the wait times are a long time. Any new car that you can get your hands on is practically a bargain at the moment, especially when you can get rid of your old car at much more than it's probably worth. Let's take the Taigo for a drive and see what it's like. Cabin noise is not too bad, to be fair. You get a bit of road roar, but we are on the 18-inch wheels here, and these roads aren't the smoothest. So through town, this should be perfectly fine. But suspension, pretty good. The size of the car, driving it, you don't really feel like you're in a massive car, to be honest, so that's quite nice, but you feel like you're in a decent sized car. It's based on the Polo, but it's practically the same size. The dimensions are literally almost identical to the Golf. It's a tiny bit narrower than the Golf and taller. Length about the same. The new Golf is a slightly bit longer than this, and the Mark 7 Golf is a slight bit shorter. The DSG gearbox, I'm pretty impressed with it. I still like control of having the manual gearbox, so I'd go for the 6-speed manual. There's no diesel option at all, but I don't think anyone's bothered about that, to be fair, anymore, and there's no hybrid option available. Volkswagen have said if the demand is there for this car, they might think about putting the mild hybrid ETSI engine in, and I think that would work really well, especially adaptive cruise control is standard, lane assist is standard, blind spot monitoring is standard, loads of safety kit is standard is on this car, and that's like a really good thing. I like that they've done that and not added safety packs. It does get a 5-star Euro NCAP safety rating as standard. All cars should just be safe as standard. Volkswagen's really good at doing that. So lane assist is on. Going around corners with lane assist on a twisty road like this is not always the most fun. You can turn lane assist off though if you'd like. Put my foot down. The pickup's really good. 1 litre and it's a 110 horsepower. It's not, you know, it's not going to blow you away, but I think for what it is, it's a good car. Let's move on to the engines and gearboxes choice on the Taigo. Sadly, it is not on gas struts like on the Golf. Be nice, but here is the 1 litre unit TSI with 110 horsepower. The base engine is a 1 litre TSI engine with 95 PS paired with a 5-speed manual gearbox. It then goes up to a 1 litre 110 PS with a 6-speed manual gearbox. This is the 1 litre 110 PS with the 7-speed DSG gearbox, and then the top of the range engine is the 1.5 litre TSI with the DSG gearbox. Sadly, you cannot get the 1.5 TSI with a manual at all. I think Volkswagen missed a big trick here because some people simply will want the extra the cylinder to make it a 4-cylinder, bit of a comfier drive and smoother with that extra bit of power. So I hope a bit later they decide to add a 1.5 litre TSI with the manual gearbox to the Taigo range. This auto has virtually no lag into it. We're coming up to 50 here, I'm doing 32. Did make a bit of a noise there where it kicked down, but it just went up 2 gears then. Didn't really notice it. We're going 47 now. It's comfortable. Even with these 18-inch Misano alloy wheels, you wouldn't think it would be this comfortable, and it really has impressed me. It sort of speeds up when you go down a gear. When it revs up, it speeds up, right? After this Polo, let's go. Okay. It's the engine braking that I'm not a fan of. I'm going to have to slam on here. For me, I'd just go for the 6-speed manual gearbox. Again, 1 litre only. Sorry, Volkswagen did not want to give us a 1.5. They did offer it a little bit in the T-Cross, a 1.5 manual, but that's not offered anymore either. It is available on the T-Roc though. So if you're wanting something a bit more refined, maybe you're going on longer journeys, the T-Roc's probably the one to go for. Again, engine braking is like non-existent in this Taigo. Let's park into this space. Obviously having a rear view camera makes it really easy, but it's not an essential. £265 for a rear camera is actually not too bad. It costs like about 500 to get fitted professionally, so having that new as an option is pretty good. The sensors are fine and the sensors are all standard. So what are some of my least favourite things about the all-new Taigo? This car here is the 1 litre with the DSG, 7-speed DSG gearbox. Sadly, they only do the 1.5 litre engine with this gearbox. You can't have a manual at all, like you can on the T-Roc or what they used to have on the T-Cross. That is a bit annoying. I love the style of this car. It's just a shame it can't be showed off in loads of nice colours. There's only 8 colours available, including this one. The thing is, I just think there's not enough colours. I think I have a lot of suggestions for Volkswagen. If you're watching Volkswagen, make sure to take note of these colours. I think McKenna turquoise would look great on this car. I think peacock green from the previous Golf would look great. Turmeric yellow, or even mellow yellow from the old Beetle. I think that would be like a really nice colour on this car. Habanero orange, dark moss metallic. There's so many colours they could have picked, but they've gone for this visual green, which is a new colour. It's the flagship for the Taigo, exclusive to the Taigo at the moment, but it's just a bit too olivey for me and I'm just not a fan. It's lovely to see that this car's got a spare wheel in it. Unfortunately, this is a £100 option, so they should have just put that standard and up the price by £100. Bit annoying. These fake exhausts to the rear of the car are very obvious and they're very high up. They're never where exhausts should be. I normally don't mind them too much, but these just look quite tacky and cheap. The real exhaust is a singular exhaust over there. Parking sensors to the front side, and rear are all standard on the brand new Taigo. I think that's so good, and it also makes a full 360 map with the parking sensors of where things are. So even if something is intruding here on the door, it will know on the parking sensors where that is. That's standard on the Life model, and that's great. You don't have to add a parking pack or anything like that. You can get a reverse camera for £265, but you don't really need that, especially when you've got these sensors. They're really great. It shows you on the screen where it is, and you can look behind. Just makes you a bit more observant. This sunroof, really nice to have this even as an option. One of my favourite things about the Taigo, and a really great thing, is the boot space and practicality on this car. Boot, if you look at it, it's a massive 440 litres. That is a lot bigger than even the Audi Q2, which has 405 litres and is pretty much class leading. The Peugeot 2008 has 394 litres. Click in the pop-out banner to watch that video. I've made a review on that car, but this is fully class leading. So would I buy the new Volkswagen Taigo? Yes, I would. I think it's a great small SUV. Can be a bit confusing with the Coupe-SUV and how it's a T-Cross or a Polo, and it's not. It is its own car. I love how people start knowing they love them when I do a video. It is a great car to go for. I think it can get quite expensive, and it is expensive. Thanks for watching this video, and if you like it, please do make sure to subscribe to my channel down below. I've also got my TikTok and Instagram linked down there too. I think the Taigo is a great car, like I said, and I hope that you like my videos and want to watch more of my videos. Last month, 95% of my viewers were not subscribed, meaning if everyone that watched my videos last month, I'd have 5,000 subscribers. So if you think my videos are good and they're getting better, I'd appreciate it so much for you to hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.